Let's go back to Leanne and Steve Barkhouse talking about renovations.
From Barkit to Barkhouse. Really, really good to have Steve here with a primer on paint.
Yes. Oh, nicely done.
So you actually, other than telling people that they should just hire a good painter,
yes.
if you're going to do the job yourself and roll up your sleeves, you should know that we have high-low.
Yeah, we've got different ranges of products here, but really painting's an easy thing to do, and it can be fun when you get the right tools, and it gets you lots of brownie points at home, right? So guys, pick that brush up, get some work done, score some points. A couple of quick tips, so we're going to go quickly.
Let's go to finishing school first.
Okay, finishing school first. So the sheen of the paint makes a big difference in where you put it. So we go on our from matte all the way down to high gloss or semi-gloss. You'll get velvet in there, matte, flat, eggshell. They all have a different place to go, but just general rule of thumb, the high gloss shows the defects in the walls, but it's very easy to maintain, very durable, easy to clean. The flat hides the imperfections of the wall, but it's not as durable.
And you would always like for everyone to fill holes and prime, and there's a real tip when it comes to primer.
Primer, yeah, just tint the primer before you go. So if you prime, the primer seal adheres to the wall much better, adheres to the paint much better, so you want to prime first, but then when you do prime with a tint of the paint. They'll do it at the store, or you just pour a little bit of your own paint in the primer, give it a spin, paint with that, and that way it'll take one coat to finish it.
Fantastic. That is a real, so you're actually, that's an economical tip.
Absolutely.
And you're speaking to economy here as well, because the supplies that you buy, you say, are determined or should be determined by the amount of painting you have to do.
Yes, for sure. We've got good, better, best and price range. And absolutely, if you're doing one room, one wall, and we recommend if you want to do a highlight wall, just do one wall or half a wall.
Jim's clearly, our cameraman is clearly painted. He started with best,
Did he? Yeah.
We're going to start with the good over here.
So you got yourself a decent brush. Again, these are mostly disposable. You're going to paint the one room and you're going to throw them out afterwards. Some of the challenges, it's a little tight in the box. It's a plastic box, not real durable. You got the painter's tape. You want to have that to cut things off. And you're going to do some cutting and obviously some rolling. We've got some different naps of roll. So you've got the heavy duty stuff that holds a lot of paint. If you have a very rough or stipple ceiling, good for that. All the way down to a much smoother roller. And the cheaper rollers will leave you little fluffies in the wall and things like that.
No one likes the fluffies
Don't
in the
want
wall.
fluffies.
So that's good. You say this is better.
A little more
Why
painting,
is this better?
But still for the amateur maybe. I love the little lines here. So when your roller's running low on paint, the lines show through so you know you have to restock. Metal tray has little clips on the outside that clips to your ladder so it doesn't tip over. Again, you want some better painter's tape and a slightly better brush, and you can tell there that it's going to hold together a little bit longer. You can clean that and reuse it.
So you say if you're doing one little room that's a throwaway room, don't worry.
These guys, you could clean them up.
But if you're doing a hall or a huge open space in your home, you say go best.
Yes, and you can see just the bristles on this. Every brush is handmade. So we go from about $10 for a brush to $20 for a brush. So it's not a lot more, and you get what you pay for. So just the cutting is much finer with this. The painter's tape, actually, the frog tape has a chemical in it so that the paint bonds to it. So when you peel it off, it doesn't leak underneath it. You just peel it off, you get that perfectly straight line.
So $10 for a roll of tape versus $5 for a roll of tape.
And then you get your roller at $8, and we're all the way down to $4 at the other end. Again, it's lint-free, so you're not going to get the little goobers in there.
We're almost out of time, and I know you definitely want to show off some of these
Don't stretch.
tools.
Lean out of the ladder. You can get the little handles, you get the longer handles. This one goes both ways and makes kind of a neat sound. I like that.
Okay.
So
I always know, Graham, that Steve likes to have a prop that has a bell or a whistle or something like that. Thanks so much. You can reach Steve Barkhouse. I'll have a look at his award-winning design on his website. There's a link on ours to Steve's. Graham, ready to paint.
The props. Thanks, Leanne and Steve.